Hey HUD buds, James here, and you're not going to believe it, but I actually took some time out of my nerd fortress during spring break to take in the air, feel the 90-degree heat. It was nice, until I ran out of sunscreen and had to find shelter in a cool, dark movie theater. Long story short, this episode is a slight deviation from the norm. Here's my review of Logan. In his final appearance as the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman returns in this action-packed, thrilling race against time with subtle spaghetti western influences that is Logan. Drawing inspiration from the Old Man Logan storyline of X-Men comic books that was originally penned by Mark Millar, Logan follows the aging Wolverine and his survival against the 2029 American public that carries an overbearing hatred of mutants. I assumed that Logan's plot would be standard affair for a recent X-Men film. However, I was surprised, as right from the beginning, the audience's sympathy is quickly tugged inwards and stays close to the heart of the titular character. Sir Patrick Stewart reprises his role as Professor Charles Xavier, who is now regarded as one of the most dangerous men in the world. Personally, I feel that Stewart's performance is the best that I've seen in this film franchise to date. He adds touches of stubbornness and aggressive defiance towards his current situation, light-hearted prodding that is the perfect foil to Jackman's no-nonsense portrayal of Wolverine, and disturbing episodes of mental instability that are stark and striking contrast to the calm and collected mindset his character usually maintains. The introduction of Daphne Keane as Laura, a child who mysteriously has the same powers as Wolverine, was also a break from my expectations. Keane's performance was an example of solid acting, despite her age. Finally, much can be said about Hugh Jackman and his portrayal of the mutant he's almost now synonymous with. This performance is impressive and is probably the deepest and closest to the actual Wolverine that's in the Marvel mythos. However, I noticed that since most of the plot focused on Logan's reaction to events, it mostly consisted of the same pattern. Something happens, Logan gets angry, Logan fights, Logan somehow wins but at a great cost. This somewhat one-dimensional approach is expanded upon in a few scenes, which does speak for Jackman's acting talent. But since Logan the character is usually so aggressive, stubborn, blunt, and no-nonsense, it is understandably difficult for anyone to branch out too far when playing such a role. Regarding the film's conflict, this is probably the weakest part of the film. Initially, we're introduced to a nameless bad guy with a robot arm who we find out is a mercenary for this scientific company called Transigen. When it comes to world building, majority of the scenery wasn't as bleak as I had believed from the trailer. Multiple scenes consist of almost entirely of practical effects. There's a nice variety of backdrops throughout the film, and the fighting choreography was high quality. Perhaps the most impressive part of the fight scenes was where little Laura was jumping and flipping and slicing everyone up. That was cool. Overall, this film was entertaining and was a complete break from my expectations. I even found myself cheering aloud at times in the theater, which is something I hardly ever do. Upon reflection, however, the conflict which drives the whole plot forward felt a bit forced and sort of tacked on. Though I must give credit where credit is due, it feels this way, mostly because the main protagonists each deliver astounding performances that are not easily overshadowed. Heads-up Display gives Logan 3 stars out of 5. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to our social media and our channel for more nerdy news and fun videos like this one. Also, we're having our 3rd annual HUDCon. It's on April 1st at Mad Hatter's House of Games on Texas Avenue in Lubbock, Texas, and we're having the convention from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is free, there'll be free pizza, and a bunch of other activities along with appearances by a bunch of other Texas Tech student organizations. We hope to see you there. For now, I'm James, and this is Heads Up Display.